Welcome everybody to the Friday series, Ragamuffin Messages of Hope. This is Randy, the Ragamuffin Piper, and today is Words of Hope. In the Bible it talks a lot about encouraging others, and the word hope, I think, appears intertwined sometimes with the word encouragement. But we've been talking about where you find it and how do you keep it. How do you have it with God? And today I wanted to touch on just the words of encouragement that we can share with each other. And sometimes here I want to be specific about the words that you choose with your children or those you mentor, and how encouragement can go so much further than orders or demeaning or I'll give you an example. I probably shouldn't give this example. Years ago, when I was in my early teens, I played Pop Warner, and we had some coaches that thought that yelling and screaming would encourage the kids to play harder, and they included a lot of foul language in their words of encouragement. Misplaced, I assure you. As a young man raised in church, those kind of words weren't allowed in our house, and they certainly weren't allowed out of my lips. And in fact, I don't take encouragement that way. And I'm not motivated by strict, mean speech patterns, if that makes sense. So after a couple weeks of practice, I confided in my mother. I had talked to my dad, but my mother was really my confidant at home a lot, and in my younger years. And I told her it just makes me angry when they talk to us like that. I just get so angry. And she says, well, what are you supposed to be doing? I said, well, we're supposed to be hitting hard, and we're supposed to be, performing at our peak, and we're supposed to really get angry at the ball and take it out. She goes, well, next time you get angry like that, just show the coach how it makes you feel. I might not understood everything she said. And I remember the next day she came to practice, and Mom, I have to tell you this, my mom was barely 5 feet tall, okay? She had 4 boys, and she commanded respect without even lifting a finger 99% of the time. She came to practice, and we were out there for an hour or so, and this one coach who was just foul and angry and yelling and screaming, and he would do it in a demeaning, demoralizing fashion. And I remember looking over at her, and she was looking at this coach and shaking her head, and I thought, in the presence of my mother, you're talking like that. That's not allowed. So on the next play, I was playing linebacker on defense. On the next play, I kind of ignored the ball, and I ran straight at the sideline, and to use the kids' words today, I blew this coach up. I laid this guy out. I don't think he got up for quite a while. And my mom kind of looked over there. I remember looking up, looking at her, and her nodding her head like, well done, son. I got up, threw down my helmet, and I said I quit, and I walked off. I never played football again. That was the end of it. And the other coaches wanted to know what in the heck was wrong with me. Well, there you are. We need to watch what we say so carefully. And if you're trying to get a positive response out of others, hope and encouragement go a long way. Thessalonians has a little passage I'm just going to share real quick with you. Thessalonians 5. And at the 11, near verse 11, it says this: build up hope so that you'll all be together in it. Build up hope so you'll all be together in it. No one left out, no one left behind. I know you're already doing this. Just keep on doing it. That's what we're after, encouraging others, building others up, including others in it. That's what we do here on the YouTube as the Pipe YTPC. We encourage others. We try to be there for others. We have guys that collect prayer requests So much good goes on in that. There's a famous quote, and again, it's one of well-known authors. You guys all know him. He's a favorite. G.K. Chesterton said this: "Hope is the power of being cheerful in circumstances we know to be desperate." Hope is the power of being cheerful in circumstances we know to be desperate. Let's teach our kids that. You know, I've worked my whole life at teaching our kids that nothing is beyond the reach of God, and when you need Him the most, you know where I'm going with that? This keeps going out because I'm trying not to overdo it. I am inside because it is just a nasty, wet, soggy, snow melting, windy, kind of a no good day outside. Words of hope, I think, is one of the most powerful things we can give to other people. What other people can give to us. Words of hope, words of encouragement. Do you find that within yourself? I don't know, I think not. You find it in God. We've talked about that. Go back and watch the list. Where to find it, how to keep it, who is the giver of hope. We talked about all that. But it's not something to keep to yourself. And my goodness, if you're raising kids, and I don't think if you've ever had them and they're still with us, you're still raising them. Right? You never stop. Give them words of hope. Give them encouragement. Sometimes they need some leadership. Sometimes they might need harsh words. But never leave out the part that includes hope. I trust that you are all getting something out of this. I enjoy putting up these videos on Friday. The Ragamuffin Messages of Hope has really helped me in just talking about it and reading through some of the quotes that I've given to you. And I sincerely hope that they've reached you in a way that have encouraged you as well. Maybe in times that you needed it the most. Maybe you just needed to hear someone else say, you know, I struggle. I have bad days. I have days that I have worry. I have days that I worry about finances. I have days that I worry about kids. I have days that I worry about the future, politics, world events. But not a second is added to our life in that worry. Maybe turn the news off. Maybe pick up a good book or go and have coffee with a friend. If you're in the YTPC, maybe have a pipe. Whatever it is, share some words of encouragement and help someone else to feel the positivity that comes from faith, knowing that He's got the whole world in His hands. And nothing happens that takes God by surprise. Nothing. Hope is found, what did we just say? Hope is something that you have, and happiness when you know that everything is bleak, but yet you go forward trusting God anyhow. So today, thanks for joining me for these messages of hope on Fridays. And I hope, it's hard to say those sentences without the word hope in them. I trust that you've enjoyed them, and we'll keep them short. And I don't know how many more will be in this series, but we'll get together and find out. This is Randy, the Ragamuffin Piper. Until then, God bless you. Have a great day. Share some encouragement. We'll see you soon.